Welcome to Reddit Reader. Redditors who took terrible advice from our relationship advice. What happened? I didn't follow the terrible advice that they gave me. I posted there once basically to rant that my girlfriend and her roommates had given a temporal home to a street dog, and now that they had to move, the roommates wanted to get rid of the dog, put it to sleep, or put it back in the street, because their new apartment didn't accept pets. So I took the dog in my home and I was stressed because it was the first week and the dog was a handful and the roommates didn't care at all. Relationship advice? Give the dog to a shelter because you will never love it, and break up with my girlfriend because she's a horrible person and you will resent her. A user literally said this is the beginning of the end of your relationship. What did I do? Talk with my girlfriend, tell her I felt frustrated and that I really disliked that she and her friends had taken the dog out of the streets without thinking of the future. She told me she understood that and she was going to pay for everything the dog needed until we, as a couple, could move in together, but that she wasn't going to act like the dog wasn't her responsibility. 2 years later, she has always paid for the food, vet, checkups, everything, and we're moving in together soon and taking the dog with us. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't listen to that terrible advice. On one hand, they helped me get the courage to leave a legitimately toxic relationship. Dude was super controlling and manipulative and was cheating on me the entire time. Then again, I also consulted with other people in my actual life like my parents and friends. On the other hand, they just told me to just walk up and kiss without asking my best friend whom I had a crush on. I was asking how I should talk to him about my feelings in a way that wasn't going to be awkward if he didn't feel the same. Also, asked opinions on if a guy I was talking to was planning on ghosting me. Everyone assumed he was seeing another woman and that I should just let him go. Ended up texting him instead, and turns out he was having trouble with his anxiety and depression, and that he was too afraid to talk about it with me because he didn't want to scare me away, and that he wasn't just neglecting me. He was very appreciative that I asked him what was going on. Knowing Reddit, someone posts on the wrong sub asking how to make sourdough and winds up in therapy divorcing their spouse. Saw a kid posting about how he wasn't getting along with his parents. They were making him work or something normal parents do, and Reddit told him he should basically confront them and tell them off. Next update posted that they kicked him out of the house. Not positive, but I think that Reddit lynch mob dropped the ball on that one. I don't know why relationship advice gets so much hate. Most of the posts are like, my husband has cheated on me multiple times, they get aggressive if I don't want to do what they want, and they don't let me have any friends. Is this relationship salvageable? So of course, most of the advice is to break up. Who posts on relationship advice if they only have minor problems? No one is stupid enough to trust strangers on the internet to give them life advice based on a couple paragraphs summing up months or years of their relationship with a lover, right? I feel like I have never gotten terrible advice, but however was terrible at executing the advice, therefore ending my chance I had at having the relationship happen. Please tell me I'm not the only one who feels this way. They told me I was a misogynistic asshole for being angry at my girlfriend for constantly being violent and abusive. I ignored them and left her. There was one thread about a girl whose new boyfriend kept pressuring her to try anal, but she had secretly tried it with her previous guy and hated it. I posted to just bluntly tell him, never did it, never going to close that door as firmly as possible. And I got downvoted to hell saying healthy relationships are not based on lies. Whatever. I never posted, but used to read stories on there all the time. I eventually had to stop because I started getting overly suspicious about my husband. It was ridiculous. I was constantly looking for red flags in our relationship and ended up being the red flag. I haven't been back on there in years. Oh God, sometimes I lurk there for the free cringe. The Redditors that frequent that sub have some serious issues they need to address. Have a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, family issue? Well, better break up with them, tell them to hit the road, divorce them, or cut them out of your life completely. It's pretty ridiculous. Those people have some deep-seated family or attachment issues. It's pretty sad. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe so you don't miss our next upload.